Hi there, welcome back. In this video, we are going deeper in our backend API. This time we will create all the user routes and you will understand better middleware and authorization. So there is a difference between authentication and authorization. Authentication, that's mean you have to have the correct credentials in order to log in, but authorization, even you're authenticated, you may not have the right to access some resources. Okay, you will understand this in this video. So with that being said, let's begin. So we're gonna go inside our middleware and we're gonna create um, a file name of .js. So we bring our custom error response, JWT, we will need it, and the user model. So this is this Auth middleware that we are creating. If a user is not authenticated, so you will not have access to that resource. So we're gonna name it is authenticated, and we will have um, request response and next, and this will be async. So we will extract the token. Remember our last video, we'll extract the token because we named the token, we name our cookie token. Okay, so we're gonna make some tests. So now if the token is not exist, so we're gonna throw error. We're gonna say not authorized to access this resource, and our status code will be 401 unauthorized. And after that, let's open a try catch block. So now we will verify our token, and to do so, we will create a new variable name decoded, and we are using JWT. So you see we imported here on the top, and JWT verify, and we get the token. Okay, and also process.env. This is our JWT secret. Okay, that was a random string. And after that, we're gonna add a property to the request, name user. Okay, remember our um, payload has ID. So when we said find user by ID, we pass decoded that ID to find the current logged user. And after that, we pass next to go to the next middleware. And if error, we're gonna throw the same error. And we save. So after this, we're gonna create a user profile. So because if a user wanna see his profile, he should be authenticated. You're gonna see that in a while, and we don't need the cookie. So here we're gonna name it user, and here Um, in find one, we're gonna replace it by find by ID. And look, so because we created this, I mean, it will grab the user ID in the middleware, request that user that ID. Okay, so you will see that soon. Okay, and we send to the front end the user, the current logged user. Okay, and we wanna remove from the response the password. So now we're gonna create a new route. This will be me. This will be a get request. Okay, and we're gonna pass user profile controller. Okay, auto imported, but also the user should be authenticated. So we're gonna bring is authenticated middleware. So as you see in the screen, so you see is authenticated is between, okay, the route and the controller. Okay, and now auto imported. So the user should be authenticated in order to see his profile. And now let's do check with a test with postman. So we will organize, I mean, our API, our resources. Everything related to user will be in this folder, user. So we open it. We're gonna create a new endpoint. Let's name it user profile. Raw JSON. Okay, we save the request. So look the response. So as you can see, not authorized to access this route. That means the user should be authenticated. This is done because of our middleware. And when you sign in, now you can see your profile. Okay, as you can see, we have just signed in and we can see our profile, or also we have the cookie. So this is the route. But if we were to add a middleware like is an admin, that means only admin can see it. But this is not the case. But we will create is admin middleware right now. Now in the middleware folder, in the Auth middleware, we're gonna add an admin middleware. That's mean if you're not an admin, you can't access this resource. This is what we call authorization. Also for is authenticated. That's you should be authenticated. This is a kind of well, after that, so we're gonna um, as you can see, we have our request that user that we will get from our is authenticated middleware. Okay, and we pass it here, and we can target a role. Remember, we have a role in our model, user model. So if this is equal to 0, that means it's not an admin, it's a regular user. And we're gonna throw error. We're gonna say access denied. You must be an admin, and the status code for one unauthorized. And we say next, just to go to the next middleware. It's very important. So after that, we will go one step up. So we could create everything in the Auth controller, but we will create, I mean, a user controller. So we bring a user model and our custom error. And now we're gonna um, display all the users. So for now, let's create the all users controller. This will be async, and we're gonna pass request response next. This will be also an our function. And we're gonna open try catch block. So for now, we're gonna say the model await user model that find, I mean, to display all the users, and we send the status was that status 200 and send a JSON response for the front end, success true, and we pass the users. And let's handle our error. When I return, I mean, next error. But we could leave it like so, as we will implement pagination. So we will add more feature on the all users controller. So we're gonna enable pagination, like I've just said. So here, this is the step. We pass the page size. We have also page. Okay. Here we have, I mean, 10 per page. And the page, this will be a query parameter. You will see in the front end how it works. And by default, if we don't receive, the default will be 1. And the count to count all the to count everything in the document. So we'll use estimated document count. Okay, but now also in the when we are going to display all the users, we're gonna display by the last. Okay, this is what it says: created at, okay, less 1. But if it was 1, that would be by the first um, created one. Okay, and we will retrieve the password from the result. I mean, not retrieve, we will remove from the result. So also to enable our pagination, we will skip. So all these thing, I mean, skip page size. So this is from, you can check MongoDB documentation. Okay, skip page size for, in parentheses, page less 1, and limit. We're gonna limit our page size, okay, by the variable that we have created. page size, which is 10. But now we're gonna send to the front end some information. We will send the current page. We will send how many pages do we have. So to do so, we will make some calculus like math.sale. We will have count divide by the page size, and also we'll send the count. I mean, how many do we have? So we pass next. Though, so this is the step for all users middleware, all users controller. Now we will create, we will also need to create a user vault, but we will copy everything from here just to save some time. User vaults.js. And we pass everything here. When I clean a little bit, so here we have user controller, and we don't have these stubs, so we're gonna replace it with our all users controller. Okay, and is authenticated will be the same. And let's remove all of these. This will be user vault. And the endpoint will be /API / all users. Okay, and to see all user, you should be authenticated, and also you should be an admin. That is to say, even you are authenticated, if you are not an admin, you can't access this resource. But we're gonna test it with you. We have to bring it in our main app.js. Bring the user vaults. And copy user vaults to create a new vault middleware. User vaults. And save. In Postman now, all users and raw JSON. This is the name of our endpoint. And as you can see, not authorized to access this route. So let's sign in or log in. Okay, so as you can see, we are currently logged in, and let's send a request. As you can see, we have our pagination working great. Okay, this is all the users. So, but we want only admin to see all the users in our application. So now we will apply our isAdmin middleware. So auto imported, save, and let's go back to postman. Let's try to say again. As you can see in the response, try to send again, and as you can see, access denied. You must be an admin, guys and girls, which is great. So let's continue on building our API. So now we're gonna show the single user. As always, so we'll use async request response next. And open try catch block. So now we're gonna find the user by ID, and this ID we're gonna grab it from the endpoint. I will show you soon. And we send the user and we pass next, and we handle the error. And save. Let's grab the single user controller. We're gonna go inside our watts folder. I mean user route, watts folder, user routes, and let's copy to save some time. And this will be user / ID. And here will be user / ID. This is the ID, that we'll grab from the endpoint, right? And we don't need to be an admin. And we'll pass our controller. And as you can see, auto imported. So we're gonna try. Single user. This will be user / we have to grab an ID to show you that it works. Body wow JSON. So as you can see, this is the single user. Okay, after that, we will edit our user. So one line, we will change only one line. This line plus the name of the controller. So model find by ID and update. This request param will grab the ID from the parameter as I showed you, and the request body doesn't mean you can edit any um, thing from that is coming from the request body, and the no true is for getting the to display the no updated user, right? And this will be your put request. Okay, the endpoint will be for API user edit and the ID that we will grab from the endpoint. And auto import it. So this will be a put request, and let's copy this to save some time. And we need to grab the ID, paste it here. So we will update the last name of this user. We set the request, put request, and let's send the request. And as you can see, last name changed to Do Elvis. So that is working. So we're gonna create another controller. So this is to delete our user. So we will replace this line, find by ID and remove. Okay, and we will get the request, the ID from the endpoint, and we will pass the message from the phone to the front end as user deleted. And save. And now let's create the route. So this will be a delete request, So let's build our endpoint. This will be API admin / user. That's mean um, only user can delete, only admin can delete a user. So let's grab the controller and let's pass also, okay, auto imported delete user controller, and also to delete a user you should be an admin, and save. Now in Postman, let's test. I'm gonna create a new endpoint. And we'll have to pass the ID of the user that we want to delete. This will be John Doe Elvis. Save the request. Okay, this is delete request, and we try to send the request. As you can see, access denied. You must be an admin. I mean, only admin can delete. That's mean how admin middleware is working. So we're gonna create a new user. This time, this user will be an admin. Parker Peter, Park at 1, 2, 3, 4. Wall 1, 0 for regular user, 1 for admin user. So we'll create our admin. We have just created. And now, still the same, access denied, because we need to log in as admin. Let's grab the email and password. And log in. Okay, and now let's try to delete. User deleted. So that was it, guys and girls. In the next video, we will start with the front-end part with React. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you have questions, please use the comment section. And don't forget to share it with your friends so that more people can watch our video. With that being said, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.